11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. What a fight! I think Figueroa won it.
Juan, the Hispanic causing panic, Lascano.
And thanks to those joining me live, those have been joining me on the archive, D-Style here. I hope everyone is having a good Monday. This is the 9th of February, 2026. And we're going to talk some quick boxing, and then we're going to get straight to some, probably my last thoughts on football and all that after the big game, the Super Bowl, and all that good stuff. So, look, man, first, I did not see that coming. I did not believe that Figueroa was going to win. I felt it was possible. I just didn't think it was going to happen. You know, it's boxing. You always know things are possible. My prediction was Nick Ball by late stoppage or a decision. He was almost going to win a decision, but did not go that way. This is the theater of the unexpected. Manny Robles must have the secret sauce on how to beat these Brits, man, in big upsets. And he's a hell of a trainer. And I have some stuff to share in a little bit. Some controversy before the fight. And then, of course, controversy after the fight. My thoughts on it and all that. But first, the fight. Look, first of all, great fight. I thought Nick Ball was ahead. I thought it was a close, competitive fight. I'll be honest. I thought it was closer than I thought it would have been, to be honest with you. But I thought, you know, Nick Ball was just edging it out, doing the better work overall. But, man, you cannot count out the heartbreaker, Brandon Figueroa, who got this. I mean, basically, Manny Robles got in his face and told him, look, man, you want to be a champion or what? You better, you know, push this dude. You better go out there and get it. And that's exactly what he went out there to do. Even if he didn't get it, he showed that he was willing to go out there and sell out. And that's what he did. And that's what I like to see from fighters. Because if he doesn't do that, he would have lost I believe it was a split decision. I think one of the judges had Figueroa ahead, but he would have lost the fight. Is there a risk in getting caught and knocked out when you sell out like that? Yes. But that's the only way you're going to have a chance to win. That's the only way, and that's exactly what he did. Brandon Figueroa. A nice hook to put him away. Might have broken his jaw, by the way, before the swelling I saw. And when he got back up, Figueroa didn't care how much time. He acted like he didn't have that much time. He put everything he had to try to finish this guy, and the ref waved it off. It was a good stoppage. And I want to talk about some of the controversies that happened after the fight. Look, I don't know, man. Like, you can't be kicking the other team. Somebody in Nick Ball's team was kicking, you know, the Brandon Figueroa's team because they felt they were being disrespectful while they celebrated this great victory. He just became world champion, and you don't want him to celebrate because Nick Ball is still out, because they're still checking on Nick Ball. Well, this is what you sign up for, bro. That is completely uncalled for. I don't know if they have already, but there's something Manny Robles did that I don't like that he did, but I think he's a good person for it. Like, you know what I mean? But I don't like that he did it at all. And I'm going to show you here right now. This is something that happened.
To win like this,
and I didn't like
last
it.
round stoppage.
So let's play this, and then let me make sure, by the way, that I don't want to be like the last time where I was ranting away, and all that. But this is what happened, and I think it's bullshit. Oh, let's play
I don't
this.
know. I've never seen like anything
Fair use from Boxing Sane.
happen like this. I mean, not to me. You've seen it happen, but it happened to me. So if anybody, any of the fans,
Boo Boy, by the way, was getting very violent and kicking. I think like somebody with a camera while Manny Pacquiao was knocked out. And there's that popular meme of Boo Boy celebrating over the carcass of Ricky Hatton, who had just been brutally knocked out by Manny Pacquiao. He's celebrating, right? But when Manny Pacquiao was knocked out, face first by Juan Manuel Marquez, you know, he celebrated. He got up on the top turnbuckle, was celebrating, cheering, running up and down because he was in, you know, he was excited. But Boo Boy, so I seen it before.
feel disrespected, or Nick Ball and his team feel disrespected, I apologize.
Don't apologize. For what? What are you apologizing for? What do you mean you apologize? If they felt disrespected, you apologize. You don't. If they would have knocked out Brandon Figueroa, you don't think his team and Nick Ball himself would have been celebrating the knockout? That's what like 99% of fighters do, bro. That's exactly what they do. And if a fighter doesn't want to do it, that's your choice. There's nothing wrong with celebrating after you knock somebody the fuck out. Like, what are we doing?
So if anybody, any of the fans feel disrespected, or Nick Ball and his team feel disrespected, I apologize. This was not our intention. We're just celebrating a great win. I mean, how else do you celebrate a win like this? Last round stoppage. You know, it's our emotions got in the way, but we weren't I saw the video. We weren't disrespecting anyone, you know. I don't understand. And listen, we all want to win. Of course, we're here to win. We're not here to, you know, lay over or here for a paycheck.
That's right. So why did you apologize? Like, oh, I'm sorry that we celebrated our victory. Like, you know what I mean? So the team member of Nick Ball, I forget his name, can go over and start fucking kicking dudes, kicking their chins and shit. Like, what are we doing? That's assault, bro. Should be pressing charges on that dude. That's not acceptable. He should be fined by the commission. There should be some charges pressed. What the fuck is that? Going to the corner and kicking. Like, what are we doing, bro? I don't like the fact that he apologized.
Here to win and become world champions, and he proved that tonight.
You're here to win. You weren't expected to win. And if Nick Ball would have knocked out Brandon Figueroa, they would have been celebrating this shit, right? And if you want to talk about disrespect, right? Shout out to HLD. How you doing, brother? Hope everything is good. But let's look at this here. What happened a couple of days ago? We're going to cover it right now.
And we weren't present. We weren't there to watch this. And these type of things are discussed prior to the fight. They're actually at the fighters meeting, and this was discussed. I want to watch I want to watch your team wrap your hands, and you can do the same. I mean, not to the fighter, but to the coach. And then we all agreed. That we came to an agreement, and the commission was there. The British commission was there, and the WBA inspector was there. So we all agreed. But they went ahead and wrapped his hands anyway. So when I came in, he had his hands wrapped already. Oh, he wrapped his hands. Well, what do you mean? We weren't present. Oh, well, you're late. Oh, well, they just started looking for excuses, and it's just unfair. You know, it's not fair play. You know. So I said, well, since we weren't there to watch his hand wraps, I don't want them in my locker room to watch, you know, my fighter get his hands wrapped. I mean, we have the commission. That's all we need. Anyway, we got in an argument there, and I guess I won the battle because they weren't permitted to be in my locker room to watch the hand wrapping. But that's not the point. They have to listen. It happens all over the world. It's a world title fight, the main event. I think we felt disrespected.
100%. This is not the first time that this has happened in the UK, by the way. And I just want to get ahead of this because I already know that the Deontay Wilder fans are going to jump on this like they always do. Anytime there's any controversy, see, we've been telling you, you can't trust his commission. See, we're right. There was an egg weight in the glove. Like how you guys need to like sit this one out and just accept the fact that Tyson Fury dominated and beat Wilder with absolute ease. It was too easy for you to be making excuses. It's ridiculous, bro. All right, that's all I got to say about that. Like, there's no need to go any deeper on that. All right, we can. You can get destroyed again, but it is what it is, right? So the reason I want to get ahead of it is because, first of all, and let me say this. I mean, talking about disrespect. So you show up, they're doing some shady shit. They're not letting you see the raps and they're like all that, right? After they agreed as gentlemen to be able to allow you to watch the rapping happen. Right, and they're pulling this shit, right? And then, from my understanding, they did go ahead and do the rewrapping, right? And from my understanding, and then they did that, and then it is what it is, right? Like you do all that, and then you get knocked the fuck out, and then they can't even celebrate the win after you like. It sounds to me like Nick Ball's team was feeling some type of way about Brandon Figueroa's team, if I'm honest with you. I think they thought, who are these dudes that come in here and trying to be bosses around? And Nick Ball, he's the star of the show, and he needs to rewrap his hands. And they must have been feeling some type of way, and then he loses, right? He gets beat up, or he didn't get beat up. I'll take that back. But he got knocked out. And then, they want to feel some type of way, bro. You want to feel some type of way all of a sudden. Nah, bullshit. That's what I say. Bull to the shit, bro. And that is that. Like I think that's what it is. I think we're feeling some type of way that Brandon Figueroa's team and Manny Robles were standing up for themselves. Manny Robles was standing up for his fighter, right? And there was several interviews about this. I think they didn't like it, right? And they thought that they were supposed to come in, just be an opponent, lay down, Nick Ball supposed to be the next golden child, the guy in line to fight Inoue when Inoue moves up, and he's the best in the division. You're just a washed up dude, a former PBC fighter here to lose and be a jobber to me. And I think it just frustrated them to see Nick Ball not only get knocked out, right, in dramatic fashion, but seeing their team happy about it, because how dare they come in to try to win? How dare they come in to try to show us up? And that was the frustration that built up, and then they started kicking. What are you doing? Pathetic. It's pathetic. All right? Alexander Wilson in the building. Some of the UK pundits said Robles and his team came later to the arena. Like, here's what I'll say, man. At the end of the day, I don't think that flies, bro. I just don't. I don't buy it. I just don't. And maybe again, that there may have been some frustration there. Maybe they felt disrespected by the ones doing the disrespecting felt disrespected, right? And that's kind of how it works sometimes, unfortunately. But you have a meeting before. You look at the gloves, the trainers, the fighters, they're able to like put the gloves on, try them on, get the ones they like. The other team gets to try them on, check them out, etc. After that, they put them in a bag, they seal them, etc. And then what you're expecting to see the very next day, sitting right next to the fighter, are those same exact gloves, right? And if there's a different pair of gloves there, that was the problem with Dillian White. Dillian White had some other gloves looked at, and then, what was that, the Rivas fight? And that was one that I was correct about, and when we had a dude from the UK saying I was wrong about it, whatever, he ended up deleting his shit, because I humiliated the dude. It is what it is, right? But it's funny to me how Dillian White had a totally different pair of gloves, and Russ Hamner was not able to inspect those gloves, right? And this happened in the UK. Now, granted, a lot of Wilder fans use that as like see, that stuff does happen, but in their case, JD was in the back. They looked at the gloves the day prior. They looked at the gloves. They were right there at the table. JD watched the whole thing go down when he wrapped his hands. So it is what it is, right? So they're going to try to use this. Just know they're full of shit, right? But the problem here is what they were attempting to do, right? And maybe, perhaps, let's say, perhaps they shouldn't have done that, right? Perhaps, let me take that back. Perhaps Manny Robles should have been there earlier. Maybe he wasn't there on time, right? Whatever. But what I will say is this, all right? I think there needs to be more transparency in situations like that, is what I would say, right? If there's a deadline and a time that he should have been there, right? And that's what they're arguing. Okay, I get it, right? But I honestly don't buy it. It's not the first time that they tried that shit in the UK, to be honest with you. I just don't. So was that talked about in the meeting? Did they say, hey, you got to be there at this certain time? I don't know. So it is what it is. Brandon Figueroa knocked the dude out. That is that. We'll see. I'm pretty sure there'll be a rematch. And Nick Ball's still in that fight. I mean, he was winning on the scorecards, right? So it may or may not be a different fight. We will see. With that said, I want to talk about, first, by the way, guys, I am aware of the lawsuit that Glenn Jennings of Fight Life Management, I've only read about it, of course. Some friends have reached out to me about it. I'm aware of the lawsuit that he's basically suing Tim Tszyu. The reason I've done a video about it is I'm not that familiar with the court system in Australia, and I want to get more familiar with it first. If I do. And if I don't, then I'll also probably do a video about it. But also, I just want to gather my facts a little more, but I am going to give my thoughts on it. I don't know how deep I'm going to go into it. I don't know. It's kind of a weird situation, but I never would have, if you would have told me last year that they're going to end up in litigation and going to court, and I wouldn't even know what to tell you. I would have been like, I don't think so, is what I would say. So it appears to me that there's something that Tim Tszyu feels some type of way about. We just don't know what that something is, but they're kind of cryptic about it. I saw several people in the article that I read but basically saying that they hope it goes to court and all that. So I don't know what else to say about that, guys. You know what I mean? But at the moment, so I'm going to reserve that. And maybe I'll bring on maybe Lyndon or something who knows a little more about the situation. I know he's done videos about it and all that, so to talk about it. But I'm just kind of reserving my thoughts on that. That has nothing to do with really boxing. It's about a boxer and a boxing manager, but it has to do with boxing. I don't know, right? But shout out to the one and the only Remy. I appreciate the super chat, brothers. It's salute D style. Hey man, I appreciate the salute, all that good stuff. Let's talk about really quick thoughts on the game, and then we're gonna get to the Bad Bunny thing and all the crying that's going on right now on social media about the halftime show. I'm just gonna give you my unfiltered thoughts here, okay? I was pretty confident that the Seahawks were going to win. I just think they're the better team. And now people are going to say, oh, you're just saying this about the Patriots because you don't like them. I don't like the Patriots. But I'm going to tell you right now, they had a weak-ass schedule, bro. They had an easy path to the Super Bowl. They got lucky that Bo Nix got injured before that Broncos game. They had a pretty easy schedule, man. Like the Texans team, I thought would give them a little more pushback, but they just didn't play that well. That was probably, that was a solid win, but overall, I just think they had a pretty easy route. Like, you know what I mean? And their regular season schedule was pretty easy, and like it's what it is. Like I think the Seahawks were in a tough division, the best division in football, and what a Super Bowl year for the now champion Seahawks. The Seahawks, they won their division by beating the 49ers in the last game of the division. They earned a bye week in the process. They won the division to become the number 1 seed. They then eliminate the 49ers, their division rival, in the divisional round in dominating fashion. And then they have a shootout, a great game where they come from behind and beat probably the best team that maybe was probably the best team on paper, the Rams, and their other divisional rival, and they eliminate them in the NFC Championship. And then they get to go to Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, wherever it is, next to San Francisco, and they win the Super Bowl in the 49ers home turf. Unbelievable. That whole game, I know the score didn't really show it for a while, but that was not close. The Seahawks were controlling field position. They were moving the ball. They had to settle for field goals, so it was still at range. And football's a game where you could turn the whole thing around at any moment. But the Seahawks were dominating them at the line. They were bigger. They were stronger. They were more seasoned. Both teams had great defenses. We could tell the Seahawks were just dominating every single time. They were just forcing third and longs and getting sacks and hurries. And the New England's offense did not know what to do. May looked lost in there. Another thing that's not mentioned a lot, and I get it because it's only a punter, but Michael Dixon of Australia, by the way, had one of the best punting games I've seen in a Super Bowl. I mean, not 1 yard return off of a punt, not one. The field position he was getting with the hang time was unbelievable. There was this one play where he kicked it high and far, and it went out of bounds on the 2nd yard line. I mean, talk about great field position and forcing this commanding, the whole field, bro. And I know it was boring for a lot of people, maybe one for the purists, if you want to say that, but it was a game of field position where the punters played a big role here. And it's been a while since I've seen a game where that plays a big role. I don't know if it would have even made a difference because that's how dominant the Seahawks defense was, but if he made some punts where it allowed the Seahawks to maybe do a 10-yard return here and there or something like that, it may have made a difference. It's better to start at the 30-yard line than the 2nd yard line. You know what I mean? And without the threat of a safety or a touchback or you have more room to move around, extend the play. Like it's just better. But great performance. I mean, that was a great performance by the punter. No one ever gives the punters credit. No one's talking about the punter. Nobody gives a shit about the punters. The punters don't win awards. People only give a shit about the punter when like they fuck up. That's it. When they fuck up, everybody knows about the punter, right? But shout out to the punter, bro. Sam Darnold did his thing. Did not overturn the ball. No interceptions. There were some close ones there at the end, but nonetheless, they didn't happen. No fumbles, no interceptions throughout the whole playoffs. He took care of the ball. Great game manager. Can make a play for you once in a while, so it worked to their benefit. And I thought it was great. All right. That's what I think. Hey, thanks for the compliment about the red background, brother. Shout out to Remy. But man, shout out to the Seahawks, man. What a year. What a year. And all the losers, I mean, just think about it. The 49ers, it's obvious, right? Like they got beat in the division, lost their number 1 seed, had a bunch of injuries throughout the year. The Seahawks eliminate them, and then they see the Seahawks win a Super Bowl in their stadium. Like, that's bad, right? And then, like, the Bills, obviously, I mean, if there was ever a time for Josh Allen to win the Super Bowl, this was it. not getting there just hurts, if I'm honest. The Patriots, obviously, I mean, they were kind of exposed in that game. And I don't think they'll be back. I just don't. I don't think they're going to sniff a Super Bowl for a couple of years. This was their opportunity to definitely do it. And then the Vikings trading Darnold and then seeing him go over there and win the Super Bowl. I mean, my God. You know what I mean? And great game by the Seahawks, by the way. Congratulations to them. Let's talk about Bad Bunny in the halftime show, right? And all the crybabies that I've been seeing on the internet, bro. Let's talk about it. All right, so let's see if I can bring this up here. Give me a second. All right, give me a moment because StreamYard always does some weird shit when I share screen. I don't know why, but I got to fix that. I don't know how I'm going to fix it, but all right. So this is, I don't know if you guys have heard this, by the way, but this was the competition. This is, look, bro, I'm not one to judge, right? But what is this?
I just want to catch my fish, drive my truck, drink my beer. I just want to catch my...
Yeah. What the fuck is that, bro? That's like a parody of a country song. Like, you know, like I kind of like country, but like this isn't like George Strait. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what this is, right? And I don't like. What is this? Like, what? This was it? Like, this is what you thought this was what all Americans. So
I just want to catch my fish, drive my truck, drink my beer.
And that whole song, by the way, is just a victim mentality song. Like, that's all it is. Like, it is hard being country in the country today. It is so hard. Like, shut the fuck up, bro. Stop crying, bro. They're just crying. That's all they're doing. It's just a bunch of whiny little bitches, bro. That's all they're doing. Look, you know what's funny is that they're trying to make it seem, right? Like they did better than Bad Bunny. Like this is what they're sharing. But if you go now, like Bad Bunny's, I think at like 41 million now. And like these fuckers are at 20 million. Like they're going to get blown away, bro. Bad Bunny's probably going to reach like 60, 80 million views on YouTube, right? For something that wasn't live. Like the TPUSA one was live, you know, and so they got a head start. And even then, you know, like plus there's rumors that they were buying the views, which was totally possible, right? I just like listen to these people, bro.
Show on Sunday, and apparently we're all supposed to hand out brownie points because it wasn't as visually offensive as it could have been because he didn't show up in.
It wasn't visually offensive, and by the way, guys, I'm not even like a fan of Bad Bunny. I'm not like a Bad Bunny guy, like I'm not. But this is like pathetic, dude.
Drag wearing prosthetic boobs, so.
Like it's just like. Did they really believe that Bad Bunny was come out trans? Is that what they really believed? Like, what are we doing? I don't even listen to Bad Bunny, but I'm like, he ain't gonna do that. What are we doing? Right? But okay, fine. Like, whatever.
The bar was set in hell, but the whole show was still entirely in Spanish, so most of the audience couldn't actually.
They were talking in Spanish. First of all, I don't even know what the fuck they're complaining about. Like, I get that you don't understand what Bad Bunny is saying because you don't speak Spanish, right? Bro. Nobody knows what the fuck that dude's saying, bro. What are you talking about? Like nobody knows. Like they just don't. The only word I know that he says is novia. That's it. Novia. Es mi novia. Like, that's all I know that he says, bro. That's it. And I speak fluent Spanish. Ain't nobody know what the fuck this dude's saying. So I don't know what you're worried about. He's like that dude Shaggy from that one song. My appreciation. Like you know that song, appreciation is the only word I know. That's it. Nobody knows what the fuck Bad Bunny's saying. I don't know what the fuck you're all being out of shape about. Nobody knows what he's saying. Nobody knows what these mumble rappers in English are saying. But people still listen to them. Right? That's not what it's about. You know that's not what it's about. It's just that he's Hispanic. You don't like that he's Latino. That's what it is. Come on. Right? I don't know what the fuck they're saying. People just be vibing, bro. They don't know what the fuck you're saying. It's so Novia and VIP. That's all they know. Right? That's it. That's all they know. Right?
Understand it. The Washington Post tells us it was full of wholesome family values. Others lectured Christians on.
I mean, is it kind of bullshit that they were saying it's full of wholesome family values? Well, it was. Like, I like the one part where the kid was sleeping, like in the wedding, and he woke him up. I thought that was hilarious because that's totally Latino weddings or parties. Like, there's always a kid sleeping in the chairs. That's like a thing, right? I'm pretty sure it happens in other cultures, and some couple got married and stuff like that. She wants to like concentrate on the big booty Latinas like shaking her ass, you know, but like I mean, it is what it is. I grew up watching Latinas shake their ass all the time. Like it didn't, you know, it is what it is. I'm used to it. Right?
On how we should be celebrating it because Jesus loves people who speak all kinds of languages. But
well, Jesus just does love everybody, doesn't he? Is that like a Jesus message? I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean?
The problem with rocking out to a song sung in a language that you don't understand is that you don't understand it.
Ain't nobody know what the fuck that dude be saying. What are you all worried about?
Allow me to help you out. Here are some of the lyrics that Bad Bunny performed at the Super Bowl halftime show, translated for your convenience. Ready for this? Bet you're not.
Oh, look. By the way, what's with the bitchy face, bro? Bet you're not ready. Bet you don't know. You wanted to make us watch the show. Nobody made you watch it, bro. Y'all did that. Y'all had a show. I just showed it to you. You had this dude. You could have tuned into this. Like, nobody stopped this girl from tuning into this shit. All right?
Drive my truck, drink my beer.
Ride my tractor. This is what everybody wants to listen to. It's so hard being country.
Halftime show on Sunday.
And today I can't even turn on a Super Bowl without watching somebody sing in Spanish. Like, what are we doing? Like, oh, poor you. Like, bunch of fucking whiny bitches, bro. Like, this is whining. I'm just saying.
Lectured Christians on how we should be celebrating it because Jesus loves people who speak all kinds of.
Well, you guys like my country, by the way? I just want to tell you how I feel about this. They don't love us. They're making us start another halftime show. They're playing other music that I don't know. Like what are we doing? You know, like, what are we doing?
Languages. But the problem with rocking out to a song sung in a language that you don't understand.
Shut the fuck up. Every Cinco de Mayo, like you bitches like this would be at the bars with sombreros and shit, just mumbling to fucking mariachi music. But like you ain't worried about the Spanish lyrics then. They be singing Tigres del Norte, singing about fucking like narco shit. Like, you know, they be singing, they don't even know what the fuck they're saying, but they're over here like you know what I mean, just saying. All right? Soy el jefe de jefe, señores. Like, they be doing that shit all the time, bro. And you understand what they're saying. That they mumbling like fucking Bad Bunny, but I'm just saying.
Is that you don't understand it. Allow me to help you out. Here are some of the lyrics that Bad Bunny performed at the Super Bowl halftime show, translated for your convenience. Ready for this? Bet you're not. I'm going to take them all to the VIP.
By the way, I like how she said, bet you're not. Like we're worried about it. Like, we're going to be shocked about it, right? There's literally, like, have you not heard the lyrics to Bob with the Ball by fucking Kid Rock? You stupid bitch. Haven't you heard the lyrics? Singing about strippers and all that shit. Well, what about the lyrics that came out when he's singing about, you know, doing underage girls and shit? You weren't worried about that shit. But here you are, all right? The lectures of virtual signaling. She's about to virtual signal the fuck out of everybody.
VIP, say hello to Auntie. Let's take a selfie, say cheese, let the ones I already smile.
I mean, you support the dude that said he just grabs him by the pussy. Like what are they doing? You elected that dude. Like, you're over here talking about family values about a performer, bro. Remember they said it wasn't a big deal? Well, he's not my pastor. He's I want him to be a president. I don't want to. He's not my pastor. Well, is Bad Bunny your pastor? You go to the church? Is he your pastor or something? What have we done?
Dominican, who is a fresh hottie. The one
Man, those Dominican chicks be hot though. Like I ain't gonna lie. Like, how could you even blame the dude?
from Barcelona that came by plane and says that my dick is fire. My dick is being chased and I want you to hide it. Grab it like...
She wants some Bad Bunny, doesn't she? Like that's like, I'm telling you right now. Look at her eyes, bro. She's like, when she read the dick is fire, look at that face. I'm just saying.
A bonga. She took a pill that made her horny. She f***s in the Audi, not in the Honda. That's what was being performed in front of more than 150 million people at the nation's largest sporting event by a cross-dressing rapper who we're supposed to believe
You know he didn't cross-dress, right, in his performance. But, okay, whatever. But here, like, I'm just trying to understand. I'm trying to, like, really understand this. Let's keep going.
Jesus would have been applauding because he spews his filth in something other than English. But see, here's the thing about diversity. It's not wonderful for its own sake. Beauty and humanity come in all kinds of diverse forms, but so does the contents of my garbage can, which frankly is exactly where this halftime show belongs. Even
Wow, she came up with that whole line all by herself, right? Look how mad she is. Man, she wants some of that fire D, bro, from Bad Bunny. You know what I mean? Look at her.
if you couldn't understand why.
You know why she's mad? You want to know why she's mad? Look at this. The NFL should apologize to the American people for flooding the Super Bowl with foreign flags. So disgraceful. There's nothing American about this. Hey. Like the dude said, God bless America, bro. He shouted out America, dude. Like what are you mad about? Why are you so mad? Right? Look at this. The NFL reported fuming after losing millions on Bad Bunny's halftime show. I'll take things that didn't happen for 1,000, by the way, okay? I'll take that. There's more from the performances, bro, that I want to show, by the way. Man, look at that bitchy face, bro. Like, look at the photo she decided to show Bad Bunny. Like she wants some of Bad Bunny, bro. Like what have we done? Right? Es otra novia. Otra novia, la güera. Quiere ser otra novia. Like, I'm just saying, but this is cool. Like, look at this.
Catch my fish, drive my truck, drink my beer.
I want to drink my beer. All I want to do is drink my beer. I'm going to sing as if nobody's letting me drink my beer. I can go to Walmart and purchase some beer and just crack it open and just enjoy it. I'm going to act like somebody's stopping me from going fishing. Like, ain't nobody stopping you from doing any of that shit. What have we done? Right? What have we done? What is this? Shout out to Stephen Diggs, by the way. Right? And look at this. A bunch of foreign flags. By the way, this was J.J. Watt. He said, do I understand a single word of it? I did not. Look, I only understood like 5 words, and I speak Spanish. So it is what it is, okay? It's all good. Right? It's not even my type of music, but it's whatever to me. I'm not being out of shit, but I had some nachos. I cracked open a beer. I got ready for the rest of the game. I'm good. I'm not worried about it. Right? But you know, he felt the vibe. But look at this. A bunch of foreign flags, men on men dancing, and Spanish music at the most iconic American sport event isn't vibe. Never will be. Like here's the thing. Right? Like here's the problem. All right? Guys. Like, you're telling me, look, there was a time, like, I'm not going to lie, there was that, they were like near the truck, the 2 dudes that were grinding against each other. Is that shit I like to see? Not really, but I'm not going to like lose my shit about it. It's fine, whatever, right? Because, like, I got to see this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you didn't notice any of that? Like you're like looking for the gay men, and you're like what about that shit? Look at that. Who doesn't want to see that? I'm just saying. There was some fine ass girls in this video, bro. Like, you know how DJ Mexico was here the other day? There was like 50 DJ Mexicos here. Dancing. Like that's what happened here. All right? I want Metallica, by the way. That's a different story. Shout out to Jake Paul being a dumbass. Okay, like this is crazy. All right? I know there's another performance. Yes, I am enjoying the loss of the Patriots. Okay, I have other thoughts. Where's the other performance, by the way? See if I can find it. All right, you guys should follow me on Twitter. By the way, it's always fire, always. All right. I don't want to show any of that or this or that. Like by the way, shout out to Xander Zayas and Emilio. Emiliano, I'm sorry, Vargas, who made like a little cameo. I totally missed it, by the way, when I was watching live. Totally missed it. It didn't even hit me like, oh, is that a boxer? I know. It didn't even hit me. But hey, shout out to them. They did their thing. It was kind of cool having like a Mexican, Puerto Rican. It's a boxing rivalry. I don't know if that's what they meant by it, but I thought that was pretty cool, to be honest with you. I think it would have been cool to have like a Felix Trinidad there. I think that would have been cool too. But by the way, my prediction, 31-17, it was 29-13. It was pretty close. All right. And where can I find that other performance, by the way? I'm trying to find the other part. It's not that. By the way, look, what's this, bro? You notice he's lip singing. Look closely. He's lip singing. And then they're talking about gay. He's dancing all gay. That's like some gay move. And then they were mad about, there was crotch grabbing. What is that? Topless dancers. I thought this was a wholesome, not like Bad Bunny. This shit was, they put this on a Christian network, bro. I mean, yo, like, how out of touch are you when your song is talking about beepers, bro? Right? And like this is hilarious, bro. Like, he's lip singing. The dude is lip singing, bro. I'm just saying, right? Why can't I find the other video I put up? I already played that one. I can't seem to find anything. This isn't it either. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Like this is the shit they had on Turning Point.
You're back in the day, Pops Farmers.
By the way, we don't want rap music anymore. What is this, bro? What is this?
You're back in the day, Pops Farmers, a place to go. Load the truck up, hit the dirt road. We can jump the bar while spread the.
They wanted to play this in the Super Bowl, bro. Come on.
You're back in the day, Pops Farmers, a place to go. Load the truck up, hit the dirt road. We can jump the bar while spread the word. Like the bonfire, then call the girls. King of the kid.
It's some trash, bro.
Over a man, Jack and Jen, we're a few good men. We can learn how to kiss.
No, he thinks he's killing it too.
You're back in the day, Pops Farmers, a place to go. Load the truck up, hit the dirt road.
Oh my God, bro! This is what they got. This is what they brought. So you're gonna do an all-American country thing, and then you're rapping.
Jump the bar while spread the word. Like the bonfire, then call the girls. King of the kid and the Marlboro man. Jack and Jen, we're a few good men. We can learn how to kiss.
All right. Anyway, that's whatever to me. Okay. They're always bitching, always complaining. Oh, it's not American enough. Like, shut the fuck up already. 130 million people do not want to listen to this. I'm sorry. They don't. They don't want to listen to this, bro. All right? This ain't it. I'm sorry. All right? This ain't it.
My farm was a place to go. Load the truck up here.
Like, if this dude was like playing in the Super Bowl, right? Halftime show. Not this TMC like special. That's all it is that they put on, right? Nobody wants to listen to this shit.
You're back in the day, Pond's Farm was a place to go.
Like maybe a haplotype. Like maybe a haplotype would rock to this shit, but I don't know anybody else would rock to this shit.
Load the truck up, hit the dirt road. We can jump the bar while I spread the word.
Yeah, we don't need country singers rapping. In fairness, we don't need rappers singing country either. But can we cut this out? Like what is this, bro?
Like the bonfire, then call the girls. King of the kid and the ball, bro.
What's next? You're gonna bust out with some corridos or what? Like what are we doing? Are they gonna do some reggaeton next or what? Like what are we doing? What is this? Maybe Afro Rican loves this shit. I don't know. Like,
you're back in the day, Pond's Farm was a place to go. Load the truck up, hit the dirt road. We can jump the bar while I spread the word. Like the bonfire, then call the girls. King of the kid and the ball, bro, man.
tu canazo. Where all the good country artists at? Like what is this? You know, like I wonder if they asked George Strait. He's like, I'm good, bro. Like I'm not. I don't want to do this shit. We're gonna do the all American, real American halftime show, and then they bust out with this. Like this is it.
You're back in the day, Pond's Farm was a place to go. Load the truck up, hit the dirt road. We can jump.
What is this? What are we doing? What? You have Kid Rock is lip singing, and then they start virtual signaling. By the way, right? They start singing like because he sang about Jesus in his new song, right? Look, it's whatever, bro. Like I'm sorry, and now they're doing the whole like, yeah, we were over here praising Jesus, you know, in this other show. While they were doing satanic stuff at the Super Bowl, like shut the fuck up already. Like, people are done, bro. People are done with this. Like, this ain't it, bro. This isn't it.
You're back in the day, Pond's Farm was a place to go. Load the truck up, hit the dirt road. We can jump the bar while I spread the word. Like the bonfire, then call the girls. King of the kid and the ball, bro.
That ain't it, bro. And then you got this dude lip singing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's lip singing. I'm not making it up. Look at his mouth, guys. He looks lame, bro, with his jean shorts. And it's like, look at this dude, bro. What the fuck is he? He looks so lame. He wouldn't win a lip sync contest with his own song. This is insane. Oh my God, it's so bad. The lip syncing is so bad, bro. It's bad. Like, this is bad. Like, I don't know what else to put it. This is horrible. It's like worse than it. Yeah, let's hit up the chicks with beepers. Right? Like that's totally good luck with that one. Maybe a doctor, I guess. Like who are you gonna hit up? Like Bad Bunny, like according to that chick that translated, he got a Colombian and you know what I mean? The one, I forgot what nationality, told him he had some fire D. You know what I mean? And she totally wanted it just by looking at her, but it is what it is, you know. But this is crazy, bro. I'm sorry. I wasn't doing this shit during that shit. That was some trash fucking shit, bro. Just trash, right? Total trash. Look at this dude. that pose, bro. That pose is so lame, bro. That's such a lame pose. Look at this pose. Yo, this dude is like almost 50 years old doing this pose, bro. This is a parody. Like if somebody was making fun of an artist like this in a movie, this is what they would look like. All right? Oh my God, bro. This is I don't even know how to put it. Like this is crazy. Like I mean, this is nuts. You know, I don't know how else to put it. Fair use, by the way. I was talking so much shit to Patriots fans. I got to scroll a lot, but I don't. It's crazy. And next week, Zuffa, by the way, I think this would be a great fight. Sam Darnold did his thing. PR working hard, like, man. Jake Paul's a fucking moron, bro. Like, there's no other way to put it. He's a fucking idiot. But dude, like this. You guys want the chicks with beepers or these chicks? I mean, they don't have any beepers. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying. Like, I'm just saying. All right? But, I mean, there was some good eye candy. Like, I'm just saying, look at this shit, bro. Like, but you would rather listen to this shit?
I just want to catch my fish, drive my truck, drink my beer.
That's it? That's what you guys want to listen to? I just want to fish. And I just want to, go out fishing. But the Spanish speakers don't let me. Like, what are we doing? All right? What are we doing? Like, I'm just saying. Right? Shout out to Manny Robles, by the way. And all the crybabies out there can go shuck on that. All right. I have some posts here, but this was my response to Jake Paul. All right. Because D-Style's based like I've been consistent about all this shit for a year. I'm not one of those flip-flopping motherfuckers, okay? And if people don't like it, too bad. I am who I am. You can take it, you can leave it. I honestly don't give a shit. All right? Simple as that. And, man, shut the fuck up. By the way, it was a response to this shit. The problem with the tweet, well, actually, how about we just do a deep dive on this dumbass's post, right? And good for him. His fiance want to go medal at the Olympics. It's good for them. But here's the thing. Purposely turn off the halftime show. Let's rally together and show big corporations they can't just do whatever they want without consequences, which equals viewership for them. You are their benefit. Realize you have power. Turn off this halftime. A fake American citizen performing who publicly hates America, I cannot support that. And this has been a talking point for people that criticize ICE, by the way, right? Whether it's Olympic athletes or Bad Bunny or anybody, right? If I do it, whoever, you hate America. You hate this country. Like, just, you know what? Just shut the fuck up already. Like, I'm done with hearing that shit. Come up with something better. We don't hate the country. Just have a better conversation about it, right? Stop being stupid, right? But with that said, he said that. And then he walked it back after Amanda Serrano and his brother Logan Paul said, "Hey, we don't support him, calling him a fake person," and people brought up that, "Hey, Jake Paul, you live in Puerto Rico, bro. Like you moved over there to avoid paying taxes. You're supposedly El Gallo over there. You're supposedly supportive of Puerto Rico, but here you are calling, one of the biggest artists a fake citizen. Why? Because he has different political views than you. He's a fake citizen because he didn't suck Trump's dick. He's not he hates his country. This is the problem with a lot of these dudes. Like if you don't suck the president's dick, like they think you don't love the country. Well, that's not like a standard that I'm willing to accept. I think I have a right to speak my opinion, and if you don't like it, you don't need to like it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I hear a lot of shit I don't like. I don't throw tantrums about it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you want to throw a tantrum about it, tell people what to do and what to boycott, it's whatever, right? The problem with my tweet is that the word fake is being misinterpreted. He's not a fake citizen, obviously, because he's Puerto Rican, and I love Puerto Rico and all Americans who support the country. More so, Bunny is fake because of his values and criticism of our great country. He criticized ICE, brother, not the country. You don't have to agree with his takes on ICE. Everyone's perspective is different. Like, you just need to accept that not everybody likes what ICE is doing. Like, it's just what it is. Like if you don't like it, that's your problem. But you don't get to say, "Oh, he hates the country." Like what have we done? Right? To clarify, by the way, when you're right about something, you don't have to do many clarifications, bro. I wasn't calling anyone a fake citizen because they're from Puerto Rico. I live in Puerto Rico. I love Puerto Rico. I have used my platform to support Puerto Rico time and time again. I will continue to do so. But if you're publicly criticizing ICE or doing a job and openly hating America, I'm going to speak on it, period. That's the same reason I called out Hunter Hess. Okay? I don't know. Who's Hunter Hess? I don't know. If you benefit from a country and platform it gives you, but publicly disrespected at the same time, that's what I mean by being a fake citizen. And I agree with more powerful than hates. Love America. And then he said, right? Did he say no? Guys, I love Bad Bunny. I don't know what happened to my Twitter last night. Okay. Right? Like you walked it back. Shout out to Afro Rican G with a $4.99. Shout out to you, brother. I appreciate it. And he says, only Cuellos Rojos would like to kiss a fish. And Jake gotta be careful. Man. Okay. All right. Man, Afro Rican G ain't messing around, bro. It's like, you know what I mean? He ain't messing around. Like, I'm just throwing that out there. You know what I mean? He's an American. Okay. Yeah. That's the other thing. So here's what people just need to understand. Like point blank, bro. Like you don't need to like it. You don't need to like it. But freedom of speech it's not just like I believe in freedom of speech and all that, right? Just from a practical standpoint, but it's literally our right. Like, it's in the Constitution. We can express our grievances to our government. That is our right. Like, you don't get to decide and pick and choose, right? Like, when somebody could say something and not say something. You can say you disagree and give your opinion. You can do that. But in this country, it's actually more American to not swear fealty, right? And by the way, my response pretty much what I've been saying, right? To the leader of the country. We're not North Korea, bro. We don't need to swear complete loyalty to the president of the United States. And the president does not represent the country. ICE does not represent all law enforcement, nor does it represent all the country. You can't, you were criticizing ICE, therefore you hate the country. Like that's not how it works. Also, people have their reasons for criticizing ICE. You can listen to the reasons and disagree with them. But what I find that a lot of people are doing is that they're deciding to tell people why people hate ICE, right? Oh, they hate ICE because they support rapists. They support ICE because they want to protect pedophiles. That's why they're doing it, right? When, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think they believe that. They're just saying that to shame people for criticizing ICE, right? But they know they're not going out of their way to protect pedophiles, right? They know that they're not, they know this, okay? Now, some of them may think, well, they don't know any better, but that's what they're protecting. Maybe you could make that argument if you want. But what people don't like is ICE going into homes without warrants, okay? What people don't like is ICE getting angry because people are videotaping them. What people don't like is the fact that they're the only law enforcement that can cover their face and seem to have no accountability, right, for their actions when all other law enforcement need to do that. Jake was stupid enough to say something, and it must have been to that Olympian. Well, if you don't like ICE, never call 911. Think about how stupid that is, right? Now, I never want to live in a country where we need to be a bunch of cucks to authority, right? I don't want to live in a country where you need to be completely blind and stupid to whatever police do, right? I don't want to live in a country where we don't get to criticize authority. I do not want to live in a country, right, where we allow cops to do whatever they want because their job is dangerous, right? They choose to be police officers. They're here to protect and serve us. Their salaries are paid by our taxpayer money. They don't get to pick and choose when they get to protect and serve. That's not the way it works, right? Now, if you think that's the way it works, you're just a fucking bootlicker is all you are. And I'm not going to be a bootlicker. It doesn't mean I'm going to go commit crimes, right? It doesn't mean that if I break the law, I'm not expected to get arrested. It doesn't mean I don't appreciate the work of most police officers. That's not what it means at all. But you know that. You're just plain stupid is what you're doing, all right? And what I find funny is all the talking points that I keep hearing on social media by a lot of these bootlickers saying things like, oh, body cams are the worst thing to happen to people that criticize cops because, now the cops, we're seeing that they're not doing the things that they were doing, right? Now, everyone knows that cops, a lot of them, not all of them, are assholes, okay? Everybody knows this. We also know that there's a problem with police officers turning off their body cams, right? When they're speaking to other police officers in the middle of trying to frame a dude, right, and take him into jail, right? In fact, there's plenty of channels here that expose that, like all the time, right? And it takes months sometimes for them to release the body film footage. And so many times what you see on body cam does not match the description that they put in their little police reports. Like we see that a lot, actually. That happens a lot. Let's not act like, oh, it just proved that the police officers do nothing wrong. No, it doesn't. Police officers, because of body cams, right, have been caught. There was a body cam that caught a police officer, right? A rookie forgot to turn off the body cam, right? When they had the dog sniff a vehicle, right? But the dude with the dog did did like a little move that made the dog react a certain way to justify them searching the man's vehicle, right? And later on, they proved in court that the body cam caught that, right? So, we understand that. Like they've been caught with a lot of shit. There's been cops caught planting drugs, and if it wasn't for body cams, they wouldn't have been caught, right? There's been cops caught stealing shit from homes that they were seizing, right? And if it wasn't for body cams, that wouldn't have been caught. A lot of cops have been caught doing some fucked up shit, and they're catching cops in some police. Like there was times when not all of them had body cams, they were catching some of them doing some fucked up shit with cell phones, right? So let's not act like we live in this perfect world. And if you don't back the blue, but speaking of back the blue, like that one dude that was bitching and complaining in his little song, like, I just want to drink my beer. Like he's like, and they want to say I'm a monster for backing the blue. Like first of all, nobody thinks you're a monster if you support police officers. I support police officers. Okay, all right. I'm all for transparency. If a police officer is proven to be innocent because of body cam, that's great. I think that's awesome, right? They are dealing with a lot of criminals and shit like that, right? They're dealing with a lot of bullshit artists, right? But there are police officers that totally, fuck up. They abuse their power. And everybody knows this. It's not a secret, right? So when people bring shit like that up, maybe don't say that they're lying or downplay their grievances, and people won't talk shit back. How about that, right? The problem with this country is that people are not really communicating, that they're not really trying to understand one another. They're throwing accusations at one another, right? And you're seeing it here. Like you're just seeing it, right? Like there's dudes acting like Bad Bunny playing at the Super Bowl is like this takeover of America, and it's an invasion, and all these flags represent that they're taking over the country. Megan Kelly's crying, we're losing the country, like it's just a bunch of bitching, whining, and complaining over a fucking halftime show. All right, this is nuts. And you got Jake Paul over there holding hands with fucking JD Vance and trying to tell people that he was saying Bad Bunny wasn't a real American, bro. And then he's walking it back, right? And then he's saying things like, if you criticize ICE, you can't call 911. Like, what the fuck? Do I get not to pay taxes too, or what? Like, do I get exempt from taxes? Like, what do you mean? What does that even mean? You fucking blithering idiot, right? They're here to protect and serve. What do you mean? Like, what are we doing? And not only that, like, what the fuck does ICE have to do with 911? 911, like, ICE doesn't respond to 911, dude. Like, how dumb is this dude? And by the way, guys, one more thing. You know what? I'll leave it for tomorrow. I'll do that. Okay? Tomorrow there's something I want to talk about, Antonio Margarito, and the most demonized fighter, and I think it's bullshit the way people till this day talk about having plaster. It's fucking ridiculous, bro. And so we're gonna break that shit down throughout the week and stuff like that. That's all I got. I appreciate everybody that tuned in, by the way. Shout out to Afro Rican G and Remy for the super chat. Thanks to everybody for being a member. I'll probably be live tomorrow, so I'll see you then. All right. And I just want to drink my beer. I just want to drink my beer and go fishing. I can't even turn on my TV and hear a singer in Spanish. I wanted to sing about Jesus. You know what all the virtual signaling going on by the right now reminds me of? It reminds me of, go listen to the song, Do the Evolution by Pearl Jam. That is them to the T, right? In fact, I should read you the lyrics to that song, right? Great song, one of my favorite songs, right? I love the song, okay? I would play it, but I don't want to copyright it. And it's everything about it, right? How Jesus-y they want to be and all this other dumb shit, right? I'm ahead, I'm a man. I'm the first mammal to wear pants, yeah. I'm at peace with my lust. I can kill 'cause in God I trust. It's evolution, baby. I'm at peace. I'm the man. Buying stocks on the day of the crash. On the loose, I'm a truck. All the rolling hills, I'm flattening them out. Yeah. It's herd behavior. It's evolution, baby. Admire me. Admire my home. Admire my son. He's my clone. The land is mine. The land is free. I'll do what I want irresponsibly. I'm a thief. I'm a liar. There's my church. I sang in the choir. So that's pretty much. Oh, there's also appetite for a nightly feast. Those ignorant Indians got nothing on me. I'm ahead. I'm advanced. I'm the first mammal to make plans. I crawl the earth, and now I'm higher. 2010, go watch the fire, right? But the I'm a thief. I'm a liar. There's my church. I sing in the choir, right? To me, is everything about these hypocrites right now, right? All of this bullshit that they're spewing, right? And like, but because Kid Rock sang about, hey, dust off your Bible and there's someone who died for you on a cross, because he's singing about Jesus, somehow that means that he's following the teachings of Jesus. When they're not doing that at all, actually, right? So it's just hypocritical. That's what it is. Like we're living in this capitalistic society. We got people who many I'd love to have discussions with because I'm hearing shit. But look, it's funny to me. Like we have people just believing dumb shit. Like oh, we need to take over Greenland because we don't want to give it to the Russians or the Chinese. And like if we have a military base there, no one's gonna touch it, bro. They're not going to go there. Oh, but we got to take over Venezuela because we need their oil. Like we're entitled to it. Like it's going to work out in the long run. Shit like this, empirical shit like this doesn't work in the long run. It just doesn't. Right? How about we just mind our own business? How about that? Right? Well, I know they're fake Christians. They're thieves or liars. But hey, look at me. I sang in the choir, right? And I sing in the choir. I go to church. I praise Jesus. Oh, really? Very Jesus-y, a lot of things we're doing, right? It's such a Jesus thing. What are we doing? Right? I'm out of here. Peace out, everybody.